Heirborn Quartet. Give them a big hand. Well, it's good to be here today. That was some mighty fine singing right there. Mighty fine. Enjoyed it from the very beginning. I see. I'm pretty sure y'all like fine dining just like we did. Y'all had, y'all eat at McDonald's this morning?
They did.
Yeah, I saw y'all sitting back there. And I think, no, I didn't. But I tell you what I did see. When we first walked in, y'all had your head down praying over your food. That was a blessing to me, but I didn't know y'all was going to be here today. Or we'd have acted right while we was there. No, that's some mighty fine singing. We appreciate that. Appreciate the whole church. You know, people live different ways. People, a lot of times, Sunday is, that's race day for a lot of people.
Amen.
And it's football day or baseball day or they're carrying their kids to play somewhere. That's Sunday for them. And race day, football day, but it seems like a lot of people forgot that the day is the Lord's day.
Amen.
Now, this is how I was raised, and I love being in God's house on Sunday morning. I believe y'all do too. You can live any different way you want to, but let me tell you, one of these days we're going to have to answer for the way we live. And if we live right, then we're going to a place that God's prepared for all of His children, and that's how we're going to live. Anybody want to live that way? Clap your hands right now. Would you like to live in a city made of gold? Would you like to live with no worries of growing old? Would you like to live
the victory song. Some sweet day we're going over, and we'll live with heaven's throne.
Just a little while, just a little while, just a little while, just a little while,
Just a little while to stay here, just a little while to wait, just a little while to labor in the path that's always straight. Just a few more trials and troubles in this stinking lonely state. Then we'll enter heaven's glory, singing through the pearly gates.
And we will shout, and we will sing, and we will shout, hallelujah.
After a while,
Just a little while, just a little while.
just a little while to stay here, just a little while to wait, just a little while to labor in the path that's always
That's
straight.
always straight and narrow.
Just a few more trials and troubles in this stinking lonely state. Then we'll enter heaven's glory, singing through the pearly gates. And we'll go sweeping, sweeping, sweeping through the pearly gates. And we'll go sweeping, sweeping, sweeping through the pearly gates. Well, sweeping through the pearly gates, sweeping through the pearly gates, sweeping through the pearly
Just a little while, just a little, just a little.
Just a little while to stay here, just a little while to wait, just a little while to labor in the path that's always
That's
straight.
always straight and narrow.
Just a few more trials and troubles in this stinking lonely state. Then we'll enter heaven's glory, singing through the pearly gates. And we'll go sweeping, sweeping, sweeping through the pearly gates. And we'll go sweeping, sweeping, sweeping through the pearly gates. Well, sweeping through the pearly gates, sweeping through the pearly gates, sweeping through the pearly gates.
About Todd texted me the other day. We was just kind of checking in, making sure what time we get here and all that. Todd, in his text, he sent me a thing back. Said, "Y'all sing them old songs now. He likes them old ones. That's all we know. You're in luck. I'm gonna tell you, that's all we do. We have there's some good songs out, some new releases that's come out now, and a lot of it is a lot different. But boy, man, classic stuff that I grew up on, like I Could Still Go Free, and He Touched Me. Man, you can't beat those songs. Matter of fact, we struck them from our list because y'all sung them. That's good. As long as they get sung, that's good. But that's the kind of stuff we like to hear. Chris is a songwriter. John's a songwriter. About 5 years ago, Chris wrote a song, and I think is the best one he ever wrote. It said, "How in the world did God in heaven send His only Son for me, and then Jesus paid the price? How did Jesus go out of His way for me and for you?" Listen.
Just to think of the distance Jesus would go on His journey to ransom all sinners below seems more than any mortal could ever convey. So how far did Jesus go out of His For my transgressions he was nailed to a tree, but to fully examine his love's display is to measure how far he went out of his way. From heaven's grandeur to a lowly manger, from honor and glory to suffer Calvary's story. From the depths of hell to resurrection day, oh, that's just how far Jesus went out of his way.
It's from
From the depths of hell to resurrection day, oh, that's just how far Jesus, yes, that's just how far Jesus went out of his way, out of his Happy, a happy morning over the sea.
Bob. Yeah, come on up. What you want to sing? Oh, that song. Bob wants to sing a little more of that one. Y'all want to hear it? All right, come on up, Bob.
As long rejoicing through the sun-friendly land, your land is waiting all the way. The sun is always shining down. A glad homecoming, won't it be grand? When they ring bells of heaven on that day. When they ring bells of heaven and ring the bells of glory. Ring are gathered on that day. Hallelujah, morning. Everybody sing and shout. What a happy evening. When they ring bells of heaven on that day. Ring bells of heaven on that day. Ring bells of glory. Ring are gathered on that day. Hallelujah, morning. Everybody sing and shout. What a happy evening. Ring bells of heaven on that day. Ring bells of heaven. Ring bells of glory. Ring are gathered on that day. Oh, hallelujah, everybody sing and shout. What a happy evening. Ring bells of heaven on that day. Ring bells of heaven on that
Oh, man, that's good. Woo. Yes, that's good stuff. I'll just go with us. How about that? Load up. We got a bunk just for you. Oh, that's good. I guess
They charged me to go.
I had we're doing homecomings now. You know, when I grew up, homecomings was June and July, a little bit in August. That's all you had. Now we do our first homecoming, I think the first week in March. The last one we do is the second week in November. So I get a lot of good eating. A lot of good eating.
Yep.
Which is why I'm so fat.
Yep.
Me and Stevie used to go down to Soli. Y'all know Soli, downtown Rockmart, the sandwich guy. He always looked at me and Stevie, he said, "You need to reduce." I guess that's the Indian way of saying we need to lose weight. Reduce. We sang in Gadsden 2 weeks ago. We sung at Goodyear Heights in Gadsden. And Sunday morning, they had it on the sign. It was homecoming. We was going to be there. You know, and so these people, we go in and this family is sitting there, man, woman, and 3 kids. And they had on vacation clothes. I mean, you could tell they were just traveling through. So they stopped in. So we get to talking to them, and they're from Kent, England. And I'll just go ahead and tell y'all, don't embarrass yourself. When you're talking to somebody from England, they're not on vacation. They're on holiday. I found that out. So I sit and I had lunch with them. They sit down and they sit beside us at the table. And so, you know how homecoming food is. I hope we have a batch of it out here in just a few minutes. How's that sound? Yeah. So it was just food after food after food, sweets and desserts and all that. And I'm sitting there and the lady says, "I've never seen so much food." I said, "We eat like this almost every week." She said, "I can tell." We need to reduce. Singing the bass for 26 years. Would you make him welcome Brother Greg Goldberg over here? Yes.
Since y'all are local guys, tell everybody where they work and what you do. I don't know, I love connection.
Yeah. All right, well, let me tell you. Me and Greg started way back. Way back. Me and Greg went to kindergarten together. Really. We went to kindergarten together. Greg was not a believer then. We still praying for him. Y'all pray for him. Me and Greg, we went to school all the way through school together, and I love Greg. Great singer. I knew Greg could sing. He was in chorus, and he sung in a quartet. And one thing led to another. And
Was anybody here back when Leonard Jones was pastor? I was part 16, first time I sung out, yes.
That was Masters. Masters Quartet. That's where Greg was at. Greg went on, he went to work at the post office, joined us, and went to work at the post office, and he draws a check over there. He don't work much, but he draws a check over there. No, he works hard. A lot of pressure on the postal service right now. And Greg handles it well. But I love Greg. Greg lives over in the Bellevue community with his wife and 3 children, and his children have grown into fine adults. And I'm going to tell you, I'll just go ahead and give him another hand for that. Yeah. So this is the next one here is Mr. Barker came with us when he was 18 years old, and he joined us. And I mean, he was literally still in high school. Chris has always been a great singer. He's from his grandmother's Leela Liner, and you know his aunt's Evelyn Haskins. So that's a singing bunch. Chris's mom has a cassette of Chris and Nikki and Noel singing when Chris was 4 years old. And Chris was singing perfect harmony at 4. He could not even talk plain, but he could sing perfect harmony. And that family harmony, we got our piece of it in the quartet here. Chris is a fine man, married, lives in Rockmart, moved from Cedartown. He grew up in Cedartown, moved to Rockmart. I'm glad of that. He's over here with us now. Wife, 4 kids, great job. Everything he does. He works in Atlanta, he's a fireplace specialist. Y'all know what that means? He comes in. We don't know either. Chris Reed does fireplaces for a living. And he inspects it, make sure you're not going to burn your house down with it. That's what you do there. I love Chris. Great singer, great songwriter. His name's Chris Barker. Y'all make Chris welcome. This next one here, me and Mark's been together since I can remember. We grew up in church together. We both went to Morning View Baptist Church, which is out on right off 278. And when we were growing up, my grandfather was a pastor, Lawrence, and his grandfather was Bud Irwin, and he led the singing. And that's the kind of life we lived when we was coming up. So me and Mark's been together for a long time. We started singing at Morning View back when Mark was about 13 years old, and I was about 15, 16. That's when we started. And we've grown into this. And we love the music we do. We bought a radio station in Rome, and we made that a gospel station, a southern gospel station. We took that station, we traded that station for the Rockmart station. And so me and Mark, the rest of us, we're all in the radio business. And we love WZOT, and we hope y'all do too. But that's a big part of our ministry, and we appreciate him. I'm going to tell you, Mark, along all them years of working and singing, Mark just kept going to school and school and school. He's got more degrees than a thermometer. I'm telling you, he's been in school for a long time. He works at the central office, principal at East Side, then he moved up to central office. He works for Polk School District, and you still the director of pre-K, or do you have a new title this year? Curriculum and testing. He's the head man. So if you have any problem with that, call him. I don't even know what that means, but call him. I appreciate him, appreciate his life. Would you make him welcome, Brother Martin? Look good. This is a new guy. He's only been with us for a year and a month, and he's a special ed teacher over at Westside. He and his wife both teach a post-school district, and they live in Spring Garden, Alabama. Does anybody know where that is? Look at this. We got 1, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 out of all these places, people here. Well, all those Alabama jokes, they become real over in Spring Garden. There you go. John, that's a great town. Great town. The school in Spring Garden is K through 12. Did y'all know that? One school. Your kids start there, and they finish there. And they have a great retirement program, so they just keep going and going and going. John does a great job playing. He's my backup singing. He does a good job helping me out when I get too fat, right? I love John. Y'all going to enjoy him today. This is Brother John Triplett. I got to speed this up a little bit, but my baby boy is having a birthday today. Y'all give Stevie a birthday clap. I'm Mark Garrett with the Heirborn Quartet, and it's great to be in Yorkville today.
My mama and daddy talked about going home since I was just a babe on their knees. They said that nothing compared to what's waiting up there. How one day we would finally be free. Well, I've never seen it, but I keep on believing it'll be a place like I've never known. I keep my eyes on the sky, 'cause my soul's to fly. Lord, my heart is ready to go.
I want to know how it feels to make my way down the streets of gold. I want to know how it feels to have a talk with the saints of old. I want to know what it's like to rest my feet by the river of life. I've heard heaven, and I know that it's real. I want to know how it feels.
You know it's real? Let me see your hand.
Well, sometimes I get weary from this life that I live. It seems that peace is something I'll never find. I try to lighten my load when all I've got to show is 700 things on my mind. But I see visions of a crystal clear river where sin's forgotten without a trace. More than I've ever dreamed, my eyes want to see the look of love on my Savior's face.
I want to know how it feels to make my way down the streets of gold. I want to know how it feels to have a talk with the saints of old.
I guess you could call it a ritual. Everybody does that. I have to, when I get up in the morning, I like for my toothbrush and coffee cup, I like for it all to be sitting in that same place, so I ain't got to think about that. Anybody else like that? Am I just crazy?
Yeah.
I like everything in place. That way you get up in the morning, you don't have to worry about it. But most mornings when I roll out of bed, now let me tell you something, my legs ain't no good. It takes me about 10 minutes to get the wheels turning. So I always sit on the side of the bed, just like that right there. And I have to sit there for a minute. And most of the time, I'm thinking about what I got to do that day. And after about 5 seconds of realizing that Mark, in his weak mind, ain't going to be able to handle this day, I just have me a little talk with the Lord right there. That's a good way to start the day. You know, sometimes I'll sit over like that and put my feet on the floor. And I don't even open my eyes. I know where I'm at. You know, I'm just sitting there. Let's just say I go to bed tonight and I roll over on the side of the bed and I put my feet down. And when my feet hit, instead of hitting the carpet, what if they hit solid gold? Wouldn't that be good? How about just go to sleep here and wake up on the other side? Look at the Lord say, good morning.
The end of the day, I laid down my head. I slept real good, then I rose from my bed. Good morning. Ooh, good morning. But things were changed. Was I in a dream? The walls all around me had a jasper gleam. The door was pearl and the floor was gold. I looked at myself and I wasn't old. I stepped outside to see what I could see. There was Paul and Silas waving at me. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to the place called eternity. Good morning to the place made for you and me. Good morning to the day where there is no night. Good morning where the Son of God is our light. Good morning, let's go down where the children meet and to worship God at Jesus' feet. Good morning. Good morning. Well, I went along, the feeling was great.